Hello everybody and welcome to German class. In today's lecture we are going to cover up articles in dative case. In previous classes we have covered up articles in nominative, we have also covered up articles in accusative, and in today's lecture we are going to cover up article in dative. So as you already know, there are, if I talk about case, there are mainly there are four cases, but so far we are discussing three only. First is nominative, second is accusative, and third is dative, right? Fourth we will discuss in the upcoming lectures, but we will go step by step. So if you have not revised what is nominative, what is accusative articles, then I suggest you to revise these two first. Only then you will be able to understand this dative, right? And also revise dative verbs which we have already covered up. So dative verbs is important to understand these, the concept of article, the concept of articles in dative. All right. So first of all, just to give you a quick uh, recap of what is dative. So dative is an object. Dative is an object, but which kind of object? It is an indirect object, right? It is an indirect object. So if I talk about a sentence, there is a subject, there is verb, and there is an object for you, right? So subject, verb, and object. So this object can be direct, can be indirect. So if it is a direct object, it is accusative. If it is an indirect object, it is dative. Subject is nominative. So nominative is subject, direct object is accusative, indirect object is dative. For example, here in this sentence, it says, I is Schreiber. Schreiber is right. So I'm writing the friend a letter. So who is writing? I is writing. So doer is subject. That means nominative is ish. And then there is a verb for you, and this is an object, and this is also an object. So if I talk about this sentence, this is subject, this is verb, this is object, this is object, but this object is an indirect object, and this object is a direct object, right? So that is why this will become dative and this will become accusative. And if you have any confusion what is indirect object, what is direct object, I would recommend you to revise our lecture, to revise with the notes of dative verbs. In dative verbs classes, I have already discussed about direct and indirect object. All right, now let we are talking about articles now. Articles, and that too in dative case, right? We have already discussed about nominative, we have already discussed about accusative. Now there is a time to discuss about dative. So if I talk about articles, there are two types of article. One is definite article and second is indefinite article. So definite means the, and indefinite means a or n. So if I talk about English, how many types are there? If I talk about English, so article, two types of articles are there. One is a or an, and second is the. So a and the are articles. So a and n are known as indefinite articles, and the is known as definite article. So in this lecture, we will be talking about, as I told you, that if I talk about articles, there are two types of article. One is definite, another is indefinite. So in this lecture, I will be covering about definite only, and this indefinite we will be covering in the upcoming classes. All right. So if I talk about definite articles in German, I would say bestimmter article. So we in German we call it bestimmter article, and there is a table for it. Like in nominative I would say der, die, das, die. In accusative it would be den, die, das, die. In dative, this is which we are going to discuss. This nominative we have already discussed, accusative we have discussed. Now in dative, it would be dem, der, dem, and den plus n. So this is the table of what? Table of definite articles. Table of definite articles. That means if I talk about English, so all the words in this table give you the same meaning. What does there means? The. What does D means? The. What does das mean? The. And D also means the. What does den means? The. D the, das the, and D the, and then dem the, der the, dem the, den plus n the. So all the words in this table, all the words in this table give you the same meaning. All the word have same meaning. What is the meaning? The meaning is the. That is why this table is known as definite article table, right? So all the words give you the same meaning, the. But what is the difference? The only difference is nominative, accusative, and dative. So if I'm using in a subject place, I will use nominative article. If I'm using as an in place of an object, I will use an accusative or dative. That depends which object is it, whether a direct object or indirect object. All right, let's take some examples now. For example, here it says the man is intelligent. Now, here, if I analyze this sentence, this is verb, and this is an adjective, right? So, subject, verb, adjective. So, if I need to translate this sentence in German, so here the we need to focus on the, right? Which part shall I? So here in this table, all the words give you the same meaning. All the words have same meaning. The meaning is the, because this table is known as definite articles table, definite article table. So, but which the shall I use here? So I need to check this sentence. This sentence says the man is intelligent. Uh, so this the belongs to subject or object. First I need to check. So this the belongs to subject part. That means I will be using nominative. So I need to use either der or D or das or D. So I need to use out of these four words any one word. But which word? Because I'm talking about man. Which the man. If so, man is male, masculine, male. So I will write der Mann ist intelligent. So if I say the lady is intelligent, I would say die Frau ist intelligent, right? So that there and D both gives you the same meaning. Now here the man is subject. That is why I have written this there here, right? All right. Another example is it says that the teacher knows the man. Now here I have this is subject, this is verb, and this is an object. Now here I have two the. One the is here and second the is here. But this the belongs to subject. That means nominative. And this the belongs to object. But which object? It is a direct object, right? So if I need to translate, so I would say this the belongs to nominative subject. So which teacher? This teacher can be male, can be female. So let's assume it is a male teacher. So I would say lehrer, lehrer, because male teacher. The teacher knows, Kent. This is verb. And then the man. And the man is an object. So man is an object. That means accusative, direct object. I have four options. Den, D, das, D. So what the? It says the man, right? So I would use den. So den man. So here it is there. If I take it a female teacher, then I would write D Lehrerin. So it will change like D will and D plus IN Lehrerin, and rest part will remain same. So you can see in previous question the man is intelligent. The man is intelligent. So here it was nominative. Here the man is accusative. And here it says another example. Let's see. It says the lady thanks the man. So I am, I'm taking the man always. In first question, it was the man is intelligent. Second was the teacher knows the man, and third is the lady thanks the man. So I'm using the same word, the man only, just to make you clear that sometimes it can be nominative, sometimes it can be accusative, and sometimes it can be dative. Now here, as you already know that thanks is a pure dative verb. We have already covered up this topic, dative verbs, right? So Duncan was the verb which belongs to pure dative verb. If you have not revised, then I request you to please go through the notes and revise dative verbs. It is very, very, very important to understand dative verbs. Only then it will be easier for you to identify whether the object is direct object or it is an indirect object, right? So here the man is a direct object. So this part, this the belongs to dative, but this the who is thanking, the lady is thanking. So doer is always subject. So doer is always subject. So this belongs to nominative. But which the? I have four in nominative. I have four options. One is der, D, das, and D. One is for masculine, feminine, neutral, and plural. So this is lady. I'm talking about lady. So which the D? So D dama, D dama, dankt, and then dem man, right? So because it is an object. All right, here another example, but this example with of mixed verbs, as we have covered up in dative verbs. Dative verbs, if I talk about dative verbs, there are two types of dative verb. One is pure and second is mixed, right? So here the sentence says the lady buys the man a car. So this is subject, this is verb, this is a direct object, and this is, I'm sorry, this is an indirect object, and this is a direct object, right? So if I give the name in German, it would be nominative, it would be verb, it would be dative, and this would be accusative. And let's change this into the, it would be more interesting. So now I have three the, one the, second the, and third the. So three the, but this the lady belongs to nominative. That means this category. This the man belongs to dative. That means this category. And then this the car belongs to accusative category, right? So if I need to translate in German, I would write die Frau from the nominative, feminine, lady is feminine. Die Frau kauft, the lady buys, the man. Now the man is masculine, so dem man, and then the car is neutral but from accusative. So from here I would write das Auto. All right. Now see, just revise the man. In English, the man will remain the man only. But in German, this the, that depends whether it is subject, whether it is an object. But if it is an object, then which object? Whether it is a dative object or it is an accusative object. So if I just write in English the man, it can be there. If it belongs to nominative, it can be dem. If it belongs to dative, it can be den. If it belongs to accusative. All right, now here it says Fill the dative articles. Like this type of questions you can expect in your exam. uh, First sentence says das Mädchen, the girl. Schreibt is writing. The girl is writing einen Brief, a letter, and then parents. So I need to, what I need to fill? I need to fill article. I need to fill article, and you know already the table of it. So there, D, das, D, den, D, das, D, dem, der, dem, and then den plus n, right? So here I need to fill article. That means I need to fill out of this table any one word. I need to fill any one word. So it says that the girl is writing the parents a letter. So parents is plural. That means I need to write this then here. Uh, and then second says the kinder, the children. Geben is give. The children will give the mother a book. So, this the will be for mother. So, feminine. I need to write feminine. This the was for parents, but this the is for mother. So, I need to check. Like here, this the is for children. This the is for the girl, but this the is for the mother. So, it would be feminine. So, answer would be dear. And here, this is the last two questions for you. This sentence says the Lehrerin, the female teacher. The Lehrerin, right? D also denotes feminine, and in also denotes feminine. So the female teacher, the madam, fragt is asked. The teacher asks, aber is but. Dear student, but the student antwortet, answer, Lehrerin nicht is not. So the teacher is asking, but the student is not answering the teacher. So I need to write the teacher. The teacher is asking, but the student is not answering the teacher. So this the is for the teacher. The teacher. So which teacher, male or female? This is for female, right? So answer would be dear because of dative feminine. And here it says, I gift uh, Kind einen Kuli. I'll give the child a pen, right? So again, what is the? The is for, the is for child, right? And here, hence, I should write dem kind, right? So this was all about articles, but articles only definite. We still need to discuss indefinite articles, which we will be covering up in our next class, right? So I hope you have understood everything in articles, and if you have any doubt, please ask, or you may also write in the chat box. All right, viel Spaß, have fun, danke, thank you. I hope you must have enjoyed, you must have gained some knowledge out of this lecture. Thank you.